Oh, well, hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, beautiful Meg P. Hello, honey. How are you? Buggles, hello. Ad free and open to all. That's right. Let's see, before we get too far into this, friends, let's make sure that all of my settings are where they should be. I double checked. I double checked. Working. Let's make sure mic is good. Let me know if you can hear me. So good to see everyone. Happy snow day. Happy snow day. Hopefully everybody's home, hunkered down. You've got a blanket. You've got a snack. Jackie B, so good to see you. Welcome on in. Wonders Deep, hello in. Christine Hurd, hello. It's beautiful, darling. So good to see you. Right turn, Clyde. Good to see you. Yeah, we're doing ad free today. New Orleans lady, hello. So good to see you. Yeah, what I wanted to do was, I don't know about you, but when I'm in other people's lives and the ads pop up, it drives me insane. So what I've been doing, I think I'm going to do it actually when we're dealing with crime scene pics or whatever. I think I'm just going to do the ad free for the live. I can always go back and turn on monetization after. So that way, chat's wide open. We have no interruptions. Um, and hopefully that helps. And hopefully, everybody hates that. Batch, so good to see you. Amethyst, hello. Hello. Listen, hello. Sound good. Everything sound all right. Karmic, so good to see you, honey. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Cloud Jones, good to see you. Okay. So hopefully audio is good. Let me go fix this real quick. Take this out of here. I want to go back here. Let's get my chat back up. There we go. Fix that. Fix that. Okay. So, um, yes, I know that I have posted a few shorts. RJ is saying a minor chop. Starting to pop. Okay, hang on. Let's do that. Let's go over here. See if I can fix it. Let's see if I can fix it. We want to make sure that's off. I want to make sure that's off. Okay. Echo cancellations off. Microphone settings are set. Everything is where it needs to be. You are so pretty. Momo, hello. Truth Seeker, hello. Are we still choppy? Or did that fix it? Hopefully we don't get too choppy. Everything is where it's supposed to be, according to everything here. Rach, hello. Good to see you. So did that fix the choppiness for you, RJ Anderson? How does it sound? Megalicious. Yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I mean, I don't know what to say. Hopefully that fixed it. Carolyn Lewis, hello. Good to see you. Sound is good. Christine Hurd says it's fine. Okay. Well, RJ better. Okay, cool. All right. So, Lady Josie, hello. Everybody, I would imagine most of the country is snowed in. I'm getting it bad. Ours started here about 11 o'clock this morning. I have a yummy, yummy beef stew simmering away on the stove. We're going to have that with some mashed potatoes and roasted carrots and all kinds of, and then I'm going to bake some cookies. Crime and chaos. Okay, cool. Sound is great. Awesome. Appreciate it. Beauty Way, hello. TK, hello. Good to see you. Sounds better. Okay, cool. Yeah. I probably just needed to turn my noise cancellation off. All right. So I'm going to give you guys a few brainworms before we get into the photos here. So we're going to go a little bit out of order at first, and we're only going out of order because I'm going to give you more brainworms. Um, okay, so obviously, if you were here for last night's live, at the end of the live, um, so we were talking about Dr. Turvey apparently made some statements in his disclosure that the state's expert had to then rebut and respond to. And one of the things that Dr. Turvey appeared to be getting at, he's not in so many words, I'm going to paraphrase here, he's not entirely convinced that any of the three exits were actually used to get in and out of the house, right? He's not so convinced because there is the lack of prints, the lack of one bloody shoe prints leading towards any of the exits, really, entrances. Oh, I just broke my chair. Oopsie poopsie. That's no good. So anyways, um, I just thought it was super interesting that Dr. Turvey here is talking about, Twiz, hello, welcome on in. Good to see you. So I just thought it was super interesting that Dr. Turvey is kind of getting at opinion, the lack of either footprints, shoe prints, boot prints, whatever the case may be, for any of the three entrances and exits for the home. I just thought it was super interesting that he was getting at that, right? Gen 7, what up, gangsta? Good to see you, honey. Angela Luster, hello, welcome on in. So, um, I just thought that was interesting. It stuck out to me. And then, of course, I've had this brainworm for the last couple days, ever since we saw some photos of Kaylee's room. I posted some photos in my community tab. I made a couple of shorts. Like, it is what it is. It's a brainworm. And as I always say here, friends, as I always say here, never, ever, ever listen to me. I don't know shit. I am no one. I'm just some snarky, crazy lady on the interwebs who likes to read court documents and look at crime scene photos and blood spatter and things like that. And then I just give my opinion on what I'm looking at. Um, so, read the docs yourself, look at the photos yourself, come to your own conclusions. It's not my job to tell you what to think. But what I will do is give you my brainworms. so, um, we're going to look at some of these photos. I'm going to go out of order at first, and then we'll get back to normal. So if you missed the first live, we got up to page 200, we got up to page 666 in the last live for the photos, which brought us here to where we're starting to photograph inside Kaylee's room. And you can see there's this black jacket on the floor here. But that's not what we're looking at. So first photo that we're going to look at for today's presentation. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. You get a brainworms presentation from me today. So 684. Why did I want this photo? Oh, that's right. So I'm going to zoom in here on number 684 if you want to follow along. As you can see here, there's an attic space. We have a crawl space up here. And this is in the hallway between Kaylee's room and Maddie's room. And as you can see up here, we've got this little attic space. Everybody can see that okay, I hope. Actually, you can't. Hang on. Let me fix this. Let me do that. I'm going to make that full screen. And for now, I'm going to pop this chat off the screen so that we can make that full screen. Better? Hopefully that's better. I'm going to leave that up there for a minute. Love, Tina. Hello. Victoria. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Okay. Rui. Hello. If there's anybody else I'm missing, so sorry. Hopefully everybody is staying home. I hope you're just hunkered down. So First photo that we're looking at, if you want to follow along. First one, number 684. As you can see here, we have what appears to be obvious attic space up here. Next, number 688. Do, 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 do. 688. Same thing, as you can see here. Attic space. See it? Right there. Yes? Can everybody see that? The little attic space. Skalmachi, hello. Good to see you. So can everybody see that? ATX, hello. Welcome on in. Okay, so we have this attic space. Let's continue. If you're following along, first photo, 684. Second photo we're looking at right now, 688. Okay. Next. 701. This is inside Kaylee's room, where we have this little trap door that is behind the desk, or I'm sorry, bureau in her room, next to Murphy's crate. Everybody can see that, yes? If you guys can hear these children out here screaming, they're not mine, just so you know. But they're playing in the snow, and they're beating the shit out of each other, apparently, as well. So if you hear screaming and crying, those are not my children. So everybody see this here, this little trap door inside Kaylee's room. What I want to show you is that you can see here, right? There is this nail right here, which would it would appear that that nail is to keep this little trap door closed. However, in my opinion, now these are just brainworms. These are just brainworms, friends. Okay, do not take anything I say seriously. But if you notice this door here, it appears to be like a little askewed, as though it's a little bit even, I would say, bent and does not fit properly into that space. So everybody see this fucking door, right? This little trap door. Lucy, darling, welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so we have an attic space. Okay. If you'd like to follow along. Leslie and Billy, hello, so good to see you. Okay, next one. So this is 701. Let's go to number 918. Okay, so this is, I've shown you a few photos for the attic space. This is a little trap door inside Kaylee's room. And then let's see, this photo here, I just wanted to show you because as you can see up here, it's obviously taken from the landing, but you can start to see the outline of the attic space up here. Okay. Now let's go to 922. Also, you can see the attic space over here. I'll zoom in. You can start to see it over here as well. Okay, next. Number 4. You can clearly see the attic space here. It's a very clear photo. Yes? We'll let everybody marinate on this for a minute. Nothing half-assed. Hello, welcome on in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Yeah, these are just brainworms, okay? These are just my brainworms. So if you're just tuning in, the only thing you're getting right now is a bunch of pictures out of order and my brainworms. And that's it. And that's it, okay? Do not ever listen to me, okay? So, Doc Terry, hello. So good to see you. Welcome on in. Okay, so we have door here. Let's go photo number. Uh-oh, something's happening. Hang on, friends. You're brain is in it last night. I'm not gonna be the only one stuck with this in my brain, so you guys also but there is thing happening, hang on. We're having bad weather, so hang on. Hold, please. I'm gonna fix something real quick. Saying it's messing with my connection, friends. Sorry, our weather's pretty bad, so let's roll along here. Uh, to 1751. And, I hope everybody understands I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just giving you my okay. 1751. Reason I wanted to show this. This is inside Maddie's room. I know we talked about this before, but now that we have some clearer photos, for me, I think this is kind of obvious what this looks like, in my opinion, but I'm probably wrong. But to me, it's a clear outline of someone's face, unfortunately. I feel like I can see what looks like possible like mouth, nose in there, maybe. Yeah, Christine heard choppy. It probably is, honey, because the internet's cutting in and out. We have shitty weather where I am, so sorry, friends. We may go in and out a little bit, but it is what it is. So to me, that looks like someone at some point was face down and then was moved, which makes sense because even Dr. Turvey is saying, and Matthew Nodell is saying that these two girls, one ended up practically on top of the other with the blankets covering them after they were killed. Um, so that's interesting. And to me, it does look like honestly someone was possibly face down in a pillow here, um, and then moved. Okay. Next one is 1778. Let's see. Why did I want 1778? What was in this one? Oh, I think it was just because it's a brighter visual on the pillow here. See what I mean about like, I can almost see like eyelashes. Let's make that bigger. Right here. Kind of almost looks like someone unfortunately was face down. But yeah. Okay. Let's go to number 2246. This is just another visual of that attic door right here. I'm just giving you my brainworms, friends, and it is what it is. We're going somewhere with this, I promise. So there's another view of that attic door. 2254 is the next one. And the reason I wanted to show this one, because this is when you're going to start seeing this ladder appearing in the hallway there. Right here. See that ladder? Ladder or set of stairs or whatever. Everybody see that? So 2254 is where you're going to start seeing that this ladder has now appeared upstairs while they're photographing and measuring this door. So I don't think they meant to get this ladder in here, or maybe they weren't, really considering it because at this point they're actually photographing and measuring, blood spatter and smears and transfer stains and stuff. So let's continue. 2598. Next one, 2598. And I even went through and wrote all of these down for myself. Oopsie. Yeah, 2598, right? Is that the one I want? It is. Because you can also start seeing the ladder right over here. You can see the leg of it right here. Okay. That's 2598. Let's go to 2599. Right here. See the ladder? Now you can see it much better. And to me, I don't know, maybe this is just their ladder. I don't know what they were using it for, but to me, it looks like it would be from that to get into the attic. I'm just saying. You're going to need a ladder to get up to that little attic door. Okay. That was 2599. And then we want 2600, the next one. So this is just, see, now you can see like how big this ladder is, right? See that? Look at how tall the ladder is. Look at how far up it goes. In my opinion, they needed this ladder to get up into that attic space. What's interesting to me, and the reason that I'm pointing it out, is because nowhere in any of these forensic notes does it talk about anything to do with an attic, a crawl space, nothing. So that's the only reason I'm bringing this up, is because I have no idea what they needed the ladder for, but in my opinion, it was to get into that attic. And what's even more interesting is, so when we go and look at, let's go back over here to Kaylee's room, which I believe was 684. No. Which one was her room? 701 maybe? We'll get there. Yeah. Okay. So this door here, right? This door is technically right here. See how it's under the window, under the air conditioner, right here. You can see it. It's next to Murphy's crate. Another thing I noticed is, see how close his crate is to that dresser, that the door, that door doesn't even open wide enough to fit a dog to be able to go into that door, in my opinion. This crate is like way too close to the dresser, in my opinion. See if we can get a better pic of it. But you know what? I'm gonna stay stuck on my fucking trap door for a second. Actually, we're gonna stay stuck here for a minute. Okay, so as you can see, this little door, whatever this crawl space goes to, it is directly under this window with this air conditioner, right? Now, when you go back to the demo of the house, I'll show that photo, actually. Amy Conway, hello, welcome on in. You. We'll do this real quick. So, I'm gonna go take a little peeky poo at something here for when the house was demoed. Okay. Stop sharing that for 1 second. Let me share this with you. It's just easier for me to share it from my YouTube channel where I've already posted it. So here you can see, here's the door that's in her room, right underneath the window where the AC is. I know this photo is a little bit blurry, but you can see clearly here. So this photo is from the demo of the house. Xana's room was here. It's already gone. Golf club room was here. It's already gone. Living room was here. It's already down. Okay. Even on this side over here, Bethany's stuff, where she was, also down. So, like, that front addition is basically what was taken off, okay? That would be that, like, little downstairs bathroom, the golf club room. Xana's room is gone. This little door, in my opinion, this board right here is where the window is for Kaylee's room. That is where the air conditioning unit used to be. Because remember, there's this addition here that had the little roof that would technically in Xana's room, right? Unless this is Ethan and Xana's room. But either way, it's very interesting to me that this thing right here, the boarded up window for Kaylee, right underneath it has that little trap door. And then when they're demoing the house, this space appears to be a crawl space that's right underneath that window. So that's my brainworm for you. Whether or not this somehow got to the attic, if it's a crawl space to the attic, I have no idea. But there is an attic in the house, and it would appear they had a big old ladder out trying to get up into that attic. So I have no idea. No idea. I'm just giving you my brainworms, okay? That's all it is. It's just my brainworms. I thought it was super interesting that she has this weird little door inside of her room. The defense experts talking about the lack of any shoe prints, boot prints, footprints of the killers, right? So it's like, okay, well, how would you move room to room without actually walking through the house? That's just kind of where my brain went. Like, how would somebody even move through the house? And then when I saw that little door in her room, I was like, you better stop. You better stop. I don't need any more rabbit holes. I don't need any more rabbit holes, you know? So I don't know, friends. I just wanted to give you that little brainworm, okay, and get that out of the way. And then we'll start looking through the rest of these photos in order where we left off. We'll start off at 667. So, welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you being here. I feel like I'm probably missing people in chat, so if you popped in and whatever, not a crawl space, Momo says. Okay, what do you think it is, though, honey? Because that's a pretty big space, whatever it is. It's a pretty big space. It's not like a, I was thinking like maybe tiny little ductwork or something, right? Like, okay, cool. But it would appear it goes literally across the whole area here, in my opinion. It just looks like this whole space is a space in between. Maybe it is just Ethan and Xana's room, but I'm pretty sure that at this point in the demo, Ethan and Xana's room has already been taken down. I could be wrong, though. I know the golf club room is definitely down. So I feel like if this was to Ethan and Xana's room, they would have boarded it up like they did with the window up here. They boarded up all of the other windows, but didn't board up Ethan and Xana's window to their room. Do you get what I'm saying? Because at first, that's what I thought too. This is just Ethan and Xana's room. But then I'm like, well, why would they board up Kaylee's window and not board up Ethan and Xana's window where it was? I don't know. So what do you think it is, Momo? I don't know what it is. Crawl space to like ductwork. I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you. Crime and chaos. Hello. So yeah. What do you think it is? Oh, you were getting Kay's room. Oh, you were getting the rooms confused. Gotcha. Gotcha. So, I mean, hey, I don't know, guys. I'm no one. Don't listen to me. Like I said, I just, it's something that's bugging me. It's bugging because then when they came in, they boarded up all the windows, right? And at this point in the demo, I'm pretty sure, golf club room is gone. Ethan and Xana's room is gone because Kaylee's room is technically above the kitchen, right? If I remember correctly, it was that Maddie's room. Now I'm even forgetting whose room is on which side. When you go up to the stairs, the left is Kaylee, right is Maddie, right? So, but that's what I mean. So anyways, it is what it is. I just thought it was super interesting that you have a defense expert claiming, okay, Killers moved through the home and should have left at least some transfer, bloody shoe print, something, even trace at either of the 3 exits, right? Any of the 3 exits of the home should have. I'm thinking to myself, 3 exits for the home. What 3? Front door, rear slider. Where's the other entrance for the home? So yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. You tell me. I don't know where the 3rd entrance for the home is that they're talking about. I have no idea, but if somebody else does, because I'm like, okay, there's the front door and there's the rear slider. That's 2. Where's the 3rd one? I don't know what they're talking about. Where's the 3rd one? Lucy, if you're still here, honey, maybe you know which one it is. Because I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. Doc Terry gifting 10 memberships. Holy crap, Ola. 10 of you just turned. Chat's flying. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with it. Congrats, everybody. Ninjas don't leave any trace. Yes. So where's the 3rd entrance for the home, though? What are they talking about? Any of the 3 entrances? Because I have no idea. I know of 2. Oh, the 2. Oh, okay. Kaylee slider. Gotcha. So they're considering that also as an exit. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. I was just like, all right. Trap door under the air conditioner. Kitchen was right below. Yeah, exactly. Wonders deep. Right. Right. It goes right to the kitchen. And it's interesting that there's that little stool in between the kitchen and the little hall by Dylan's door, like right next to the fridge. And in my brain, where I'm looking at this correctly, that little trap door would also happen to be right above the kitchen fridge area. Is I think. But like I said, I don't know shit, guys. I don't know shit. All right. So I gave you that brainworm. Let's get back into the photos over here. We're going to kick it off at 667, which is where we left off in the previous live when we were looking at these photos. Your screen. Hope everybody's having a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Says there's almost 300 of you here. So did you thumbs it up, thumbs it down? Typically unique. Hello, darling. So good to see you. Welcome on in. Mr. Tarok, hello. Good to see you. Momo says there doesn't look to be that much space. You'd have 2x4s, insulation, and beams. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Looks like definitely looks like a human could fit in it for sure. But that's just my opinion. Living Dead Girl, hello. Beckles, hello. Caroline Prestige, Caroline, hello. Crystal Burgett, hello. 3rd door is Kaylee's room. Yes, thank you. Took a minute for my brain to get there. Callan, hello. Good. Thank you, Lucy. Kaylee slider, kitchen slider, front door. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. Lotus, hello. Okay. All right, so yeah. I don't know, guys. I just think it's super interesting that Dr. Turvey here is concerned. Like, hey, okay, so listen, I'm not so convinced here that the perpetrators, because Dr. Turvey is of the opinion we have major staging, minimum 2 perpetrators, and furthermore, how did they get in or out of any of these 3 exits after this crime and not leave one single foot, shoe print, anything? And the only one you have is in front of Dylan's room. Right? So that's interesting. But anyways, Wasn't there something behind the fridge? I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. I just know it just, my brain started looking at things and then I'm like, okay, so that's also where the little stool is next to the fridge. Hmm. Either way, there's an attic space in this house. There's apparently what looks like a crawl space in Kaylee's room. Whether or not the two connect, I have no idea, right? No idea. Um, New Orleans lady. New Orleans lady says, I'm behind. That house has been remodeled. Could it have been laundry chute? Yep, maybe, could be. But I don't know. I think it's super interesting that you have a couple of these defense experts like, okay, we have a lack of prints. How did they move about the house without transferring, without leaving footprints from room to room? Like, even if you could contain the crime, right? Even if you could contain the crime to each room, how are you moving and getting out of the house without leaving even a trace footprint, right? They're talking about these people, whoever it is, they had plenty of time to change their clothes, hands, faces, hair, everything, dispose of the bloody clothes along with the weapons. So that's super interesting. All right, so let's just get back into this. So we're going to start at number 667, looking inside Kaylee's room here. As you can see, this curtain here initially looks totally closed. Everything looks like it's closed perfectly the way it's supposed to be. You can see here on the bed here, blankets are turned down. Looks like there's one pillow kind of like thrown. What I did notice too was that, you know how we're seeing all these leaves? There's leaves like debris on the floors and like leaves. I think there's a leaf in Maddie's room, maybe a leaf in Kaylee's room. There's a bunch of them on the bed here too. So that kind of stuck out to me. The same type of leaves are here on the bed, which I thought was pretty interesting. You can see it better here. Look at all these leaves that are here on the bed. And they seem to match up with the leaves that are being... Oh, wait. I'm a dumbass. They aren't leaves. See? Don't listen to me. It's the damn tassels on her blanket. Oh, my God. And I even have my glasses on, friends. Annie. Fucking idiot. Okay. See what I mean about the crate, though? Look how close it is to that dresser. Like, if you were to open the door to this crate, I don't even see how Murphy's going to be getting in and out of there. Doesn't look like enough space. Yeah, it's not for Murphy's fur. I'm an idiot on the blanket. And I even have on glasses right now. I have on glasses. So oopsie poopsie, not leaves. Tassels. Blanket tassels. The White Rabbit, hello. Good to see you. Ro, hello. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Not leaves, friends, not leaves. That's why I say don't listen to me. We're just going through it together. I can't believe I have on glasses too, and I thought those were leaves. Just tassels. But yeah, in my opinion, I don't know how Murphy's getting out of here. This crate doesn't even look like Murphy was in it. Doesn't even look like it's been used, to be honest with you. Just my opinion. I don't even know how he'd get in and out of here. It seems like such a tight squeeze because that door smacks right up against that dresser. But, okay. Let's go here. Here you can see, obviously, the door. There's that damn door. But you see what I mean about, like, the space? So notice, too, this black jacket's on the floor when they get up into the room. They haven't touched anything or moved anything yet. They're just photographing. There's a black jacket right here on the floor. It's a much clearer shot of that little trap door back there behind the dresser. As you can see, directly under the window and the AC. So, you know, I hope everybody understands this isn't it's not like a damn conspiracy that I've just made up and imagined in my mind. There is an attic space in this house, and there's also a trap door in her room. So, this isn't, it's not like I'm imagining it, okay? I know there's people who are gonna come for me and be like, "You're a crazy conspiracy theorist." I'm actually not, and, you know, I hate it that I even had to have this brainworm, and that's why I gave it all to you, so that I'm not the only one stuck with it. Okay, as you can see, this is your ISP person here, photographing everything. I mean, I didn't really see too much in this room that I thought was, you know, too crazy, other than the damn trap door. Also, what I did notice is keep your eye out for this basket, right? And all the stuff that's in this closet, because at some point in the photos, they remove all of this stuff from the closet, but then they never take photos of the closet with the stuff removed. Looking out into the hallway here. You can see right up above, right up near the door frame here, you can see that little attic space starting to pop up in some of the photos. Normal here. Keep your eye for that. As we now someone has picked up the jacket off the floor and they placed it on the bed. So there is an all black jacket that was on the floor in Kaylee's room. Looks like it might be the one Maddie was wearing at the grub truck, and it's gone from the floor up onto the bed. To me, that's what it looks like. It looks like the jacket she had on, but I can't remember if the jacket she was wearing had a hood on it or not. So I don't know. Either way, there was a black jacket on the floor here, and they've picked it up and put it onto the bed. Much clearer shot of it there. See what I mean about the leaf on the floor there? You can see it next to this little nightstand. There is a little leaf there. They've taken the skit that was in this little cubby area out. There's that little bracelet. I don't know what this is to. I don't know if this is to whatever party they went to at the frat. If it's from the corner club, couldn't tell you. But there's a bracelet there. Don't know whose it is. Okay. Make our way down. I'm not sure where this came from. It wasn't on the desk when they first, but now the little laptop case full of papers is on the desk. It's a straight across shot towards Maddie's room. You can kind of see a little bit into the room here. As far as blood on the bed. You know, pillow back there. But you can kind of see into the room there a little bit. Okay. Back in Kaylee's room here. More photographs. You can see there's a pile of black clothes over here in the corner as well. Right over here by the desk. Nice up close picture of that door. Her debit card, driver's license. Now there's the laptop. I think they took this laptop out of Maddie's room at this point in the photos. They've taken this laptop out of her room. But these two things were not on the desk when they first walked in. And you can see the forensic guy here You can see in the reflection of the mirror, his hand. You can see a shadow over here. He's got his gloves on, so that's good. Photographing the laptop and that. We also have them photographing the other laptop in Kaylee's closet, which they show us here is the Extreme Networks laptop, which is interesting that it's up in the closet. Um, you know, if this is what she's doing for work, I don't know. It's kind of weird that it's up in the closet if it's something she's using all the time, but at the same time, too, she had just gone back that weekend, right? Wasn't supposed to be there. So I don't know. That's interesting. Um, okay. Now you can see curtain has been, one of these has been unclipped and the curtain's down. I don't know if they did, I don't know why it's like that. Maybe one of the techs just accidentally stepped on it, pulled it down out, but it wasn't like that when they first got up in the room. As you can see here, they've now turned down the bed. They've moved the pillow. At first, when I was looking at this, I was like, my God, is that actually like blood and stuff on the bed? This here? But it's probably just dirty paw prints from Murph. But they did move everything down. Jacket's now over here. Pillow's now down here. And, you know, some of these photos, too, they're wicked blurry. And then here, few, I think this one is Maddie's. I'm not sure. We'll see in the next photos. They forgot to blur it out. Yeah. So we have a Madison Mogan debit card here. Regents Preferred, whatever that is. It's another debit card. Back over to the desk here. So, it looks like they took like a notebook out of here and some paychecks, I think. Yeah, because this is what was in the drawer. There was some lashes and stuff. But they did take out a couple of what looks like pay stubs. And it does say the pay period was from May 30th to June 12th, 2022. I don't know where it's from. But see, now they've taken a lot of stuff out of the closet here. Look, you can see that basket that was in the closet, these shoes and all this stuff that was up on the shelf in the closet. You can see the technician is back here. See the outline? His jacket, his pants. The technician is back here. They pulled a bunch of stuff out of the closet, but then they never photographed the closet. I don't know why they pulled everything out of the closet, but as you can see, it's all out here. It's on the bed, it's on the floor. They've pulled it all out. There's an Amazon Prime thing here behind this backpack. All that's in this backpack is this little like journal notebook. But see what I mean? They've now pulled everything out of that closet and they never photographed the inside of it. Let me come back to chat. How's everybody doing? Hello, everyone. Dean A, hello. Can I go back to the the fork on the table? Yeah, it's a fork with a wallet. It's a dirty fork, and then her little wallet is right next to it. Regency Insurance, yes. Okay. Woke up. Woke up. How you doing? Good to see you. Just a devil woman. Hello. Good to see you. Hopefully everybody is staying in, staying nice and warm. Dawn Patterson, happy Sunday to you. It's a snowy, snowy Sunday where I am. I'm not even joking, you guys. Looks like the damn apocalypse out there. The fork on the table, Dean, was dirty. Definitely dirty. It's got a bunch of like crusted food to it. Okay, hopefully the audio is holding up. Hopefully. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know why they pulled everything out of her closet and then didn't photograph inside the closet, but that's what happened. Um, Now you can see they've moved the little white wallet that was on the nightstand next to the bed. It's now over here. They placed a bunch of, I don't know, ID cards, whatever stuff that they found here to be able to photograph it is my guess. You can see there's a coach receipt here. There's a bunch of cash. If I remember correctly, they found what, like 126 bucks in her room or something like that. Um, See what I mean about how close this crate is to this dresser? Like, how is Murphy getting in and out of that door to the crate? I don't understand. It's such a tight space. There was this pill bottle that was behind this photo here, and they photograph it. Um, so for everybody who's saying they weren't wearing gloves and booties, they were. You can see, we've seen a few photos now. They're wearing gloves, black gloves, and they also wear booties. But yeah, they just piled everything up. Like, it's wild, but then they never photographed the closet. Um, Now there's more stuff that they've taken out and they've put on the desk. You can see the basket gets out of the closet. It's over here now. And my guess is this one here is for this Bluetooth. But they also found what looks like a little scheduler book here. And I was trying to look at it. So it looks like I can make out here it says oil change. This to me looks like it says LinkedIn, but I'm not sure. It says link something. Then it says food prep. Then it says something else here. And then down here it says Dollar Shave Club. And as we'll see when we go further, there's more writing on whatever that is. But yeah, I think this is what they're marking as evidence here is this little Bluetooth thingy. They take this out of the little cubby. I think, yeah, they're photographing the Kindle with the low battery. They take that into evidence. Now we're back to before they emptied out the closet. So, yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the photos are out of sequence, but it's fine. We'll get through them. Some of them are duplicates. They did, obviously, there's another prescription bottle. As you can, so this is what I mean. See how, like, there's this basket, you can see these white boots. All this stuff ends up on top of the bed and out of the closet, but they never photograph inside the closet. They just photograph before they take everything out. And then this photo here, it's a little bit blurry, but you can kind of see into the room there. Where a lot of the blood was and stuff. They've already put up the measurement markers here too. So, the victims aren't in this photo. That's just a lot of blood there. See what I mean? Boots are now on the bed. Baskets over here. This little tote of hers, they find this little wallet in with the Numerica Bank debit card in it. Numerica Credit Union or whatever it was. Okay. Let's keep going. Not gonna stare too hard at debit cards, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, a lot of these are duplicates, so it's fine. That's why I'm going fast, friends, because some of them are duplicates. So you can see there's this thing right here on the desk. It's like clear black folder thingy. See what I mean? I was trying to zoom in on it so that I could read what's on there. Was it this one? Yeah. So it looks like it says car renew, the second line here. So it says grocery delivery, the first one. The second one says car renew. This one says oil change. And as you can see, it looks like other things that were on the list have already been wiped off. So grocery delivery, car renew, oil change. This one to me looks like it says LinkedIn, but I'm not 100% sure. This one says food prep. This one says, I don't know, parks, something. I can't make out that one. And then the very bottom one says Dollar Shave Club. And then right over here, this one says Andrea Meeting. Hopefully you guys can see that and see what I'm talking about here. Let me come back over to chat. So can you see what I'm talking about? The top line, grocery delivery. Second line, car renew. Third line, oil change. Fourth line, I think it says LinkedIn. Fifth line says food prep. Sixth line, I'm not sure what that says. And then the bottom one says Dollar Shave Club. And then this one over here says Andrea Meeting. So I don't know whose checklist this is, and I'm not sure who Andrea is, but it looks like Kaylee was supposed to have a meeting with Andrea at some point. So that's interesting. Andrea Meeting. And car renew. Why would she have to do a car renew if she just bought a car? Right? I don't know. I have no idea. But anyways, so yeah. Monique, hello. Welcome on in. Heather, one dimple. So good to see you. SoCal gal. Hello. Phenomenon. Hello. Good to see you. Okay. Let's keep going. Hopefully the audio is holding up. I feel like one of my mods would have put a bunch of red flags if it wasn't, so I think we're okay. Okay, so we read that. Yeah, I'm trying. Oh, returns, I think is what it says. Returns. The one I wasn't sure what it said. Right here. I think it says return. Or returns. Maybe she had some returns to do, but you can definitely see food prep here. This one, it looks like it says LinkedIn, but I'm not 100% sure. Her LinkedIn was deleted, though, within like 12 hours of the crime, right? If I remember correctly. And her family said it wasn't them, and the police said it definitely wasn't us because that would be illegal. But someone got into her LinkedIn and deleted it within 12 hours of the crime. So that's interesting. If it does say LinkedIn. Okay. We already looked at these. They're photographing the Kindle, marking it as evidence. I was trying to see what they were photographing out here, but maybe some droplets or something that are just hard to see. Yeah. Think so. Okay. Yeah. So originally the wallet's here. It is a dirty fork for whoever was asking. Is it dirty? You can see all like the crusty things on it. It's definitely dirty. Then you can see that little leaf. See what I mean about the closet, though? Full of stuff. But then when they pull everything out, they don't photograph it. I'm not exactly sure why, but they didn't. Okay. Now they've opened the curtain. You can see evidence tape on the slider here. Guessing fingerprint analysis first, yes, before they started ripping things apart. But the jacket's been picked up off the floor, put on the bed. The comforter has been moved, the pillow has been moved, and the jacket's been put on the bed. Okay. More of the door. More of, see what I mean about Murphy's crate? Look at how tight that is, dude. Like, look at how tight that is. There's no way that dog is going in and out of that crate. There's no way he is going in and out of that crate. Look how tight up against that damn dresser it is. I'm sorry, just my opinion. I don't know how he's getting in and out of that crate. It's just, it's too tight. Doesn't even look like it was ever used, to be honest. I think they get a better photo of it. It doesn't even look like it's been used. Yeah, look how clean that thing is, and look at how tight. Look at how clean it is. It's just so clean. It doesn't even look like Murphy ever stayed in it, in my opinion. Okay. Let's continue. Now that we know, we can see everything in that closet. Okay. Gotta say, there was a lot of stuff. Obviously, they photographed a bunch of times. We have lots of duplicates. They photographed, before, during, and after, which is great. There's that pile of black clothes there. This is it. This too. I was like, really? I hope it wasn't Brett Payne. But we have the initials BP here. BP on this evidence tape. And I'm like, please, dear God, don't let it be. So I'm guessing whoever did the fingerprint analysis, I hope their initials are also BP. Because, of course, I saw it and I was like, Brett Payne. Brett Payne. Why would he be doing fingerprint analysis? But maybe they weren't. I don't know. I just know that this is marked off with evidence tape with the initials BP. So, oh, Living Dead girl, gotcha. She mainly used it when he was a puppy. Okay, well, that makes sense because it looks wicked, wicked clean. That's for sure. Looks like it hasn't been used at all. Tishrin, hello. James Moen, good to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you're home now. Hope you're not still at the casino or wherever you were winning a bunch of money. I hope you just went home. Pushing it up against something makes it harder for him to get out. Yeah, exactly, Karmic. Right. Yep, true. True. Mm-hmm. Okay. The crate was still in the rover. Well, she had two, obviously. I'm guessing she had two, one for the house, one for traveling. Actually, I know quite a few people who do that. They have their crate for inside the house, and then they have a crate for traveling. But that's just, I know she definitely, in my opinion, she must have had two, obviously. One in the house and then one in the car. James, he's definitely still at the casino, RJ Anderson says. Okay. Blue Rain, hello. Good to see you. Okay. Elser1, hello, good to see you. Welcome on in. Hopefully my audio is holding up. Mods, if you're still here, feel free. Throw red flags in the chat if my audio starts going nuts. Do not, friends, let me sit here with bad audio. Put red flags in the chat when it starts going ham, please. Okay, so let's continue. Get through the room here. Now, I couldn't tell if that inside the closet is a... Oh, that's the 3-drawer thingy. That's right. It's the black 3 drawers. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay, so as you can see, there's like a little bit of debris here on the slider, right? But what I thought was interesting is look at that one leaf. Look at that one leaf on the deck right there. And there happens to be one leaf inside Kaylee's room. And one leaf on the stairs or something, right? In the hall of the 3rd floor there. So isn't that super interesting? You've got one leaf, one lone leaf out here on the deck. And there's also one lone little leaf in the room. And look at all those leaves back there. And look at all of those leaves back there. Because we know their yard was mostly covered with snow in the back, back over here. But all of this is all leaves, and all of this over here is all leaves. And you got one little leaf on the deck. Okay. Let's keep going. There's a straight on shot of that door. Right? To me, that's straight on. Well, I mean, that space there for the crate, maybe it was big enough for Murph. Maybe it was, now that we have this angle of it, kind of more like a straight on shot here. But this thing right here, okay, I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can say whatever you want. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people who go make videos about it or make a short about it, talking about, you know, what a crazy person I am. And that's okay. I'm going to stay on the crazy train. That's like a, look at that. I wouldn't even sleep in a room that had that door. And if my room had a door like this, I shit you not, I would seal that shit up with cement or something. I'm not even playing. There's no way. I've watched way too many horror movies in my life to know you don't sleep in a room that's got this kind of a little door here, and your only security for that door is one tiny little nail, possibly holding it shut. Absolutely not. Nope. I wouldn't even sleep in a room that had a door like this with the dresser up against it or not. I would need that hermetically sealed with cement for me to be able to sleep in there. I would literally need it hermetically sealed, so that the only way you're getting through it is like with a fucking sledgehammer or something. But that's just me. That's just me. Audio is good. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Batsheet. Thank you. James Moen. Stop. You're amazing, sir. I know. You've been winning all kinds of money, huh? So you're just fucking making it rain everywhere you go, like the rock star you are. I appreciate you, sir. You're absolutely amazing. Something missing off the top of the container with the plants, Kim Barnier says. I don't know. It doesn't look like anything's missing. Maybe there is. I'm not sure. I just know I don't like that door. I don't like that little door in her room at all. I hate it. I don't like it. I'm gonna be stuck on this, you know, till the day I die. I'll probably be 100 years old in a rocking chair on a porch somewhere. Back in my day, I'll never forget this horrific, horrific crime that happened, and there was definitely a little trap door inside this person's room. I'm telling you, you know, I'll be the old lady on the rocking chair talking about it. For fuck's sake, what a brainworm. I had to give it to you guys. You have no idea. I've been stuck with it in my head for days. I said I gotta get it out of my brain and give it to everyone else. That way they can have it too. I feel a sense of relief. Look at all these leaves back here. Look at all those leaves back there. Leaves. Over here, okay, towards the right here of the deck, it's all snow. But all back in here is where all the leaves are. When you get towards the back of the slider downstairs, it's like snow and ice and snow. Not many leaves, but there are a lot of leaves back here. Okay, let's keep going. More photos inside the closet. And of course, me being the crazy person, I'm looking at the roof. I'm looking at the ceiling in the closet. Then we have a Princess Polly box. I checked that too. Princess Polly has like wicked cute. It's like a Shein, I guess. They've taken the computer, the Extreme Networks laptop, out of the closet. I have no idea why this photograph is even being taken of these coat hangers and stuff. I couldn't tell you. I was trying to look back here in between the coat hangers for like, is there anything back there that they, pulled everything out but didn't photograph it? And I can't really tell. Looks like, who knows? I have no idea. But I'm like, why are they taking photos of the clothes and the coat hangers? But whatever. So up close, you know what I mean? Okay, let's keep going. More photos of clothes, why I have no idea. Basket. This is that little 3-drawer thing that they had in the closet, and I think this is where they found the GoPro. If I remember correctly, I think this is where they got the GoPro from. 3rd floor closet, Kaylee's room, in the black 3-drawer thingy. Looks like there's a passport here, bunch of other cards, not sure what they are. Looks like Murphy chewed up this drawer, though, right here. Murph chewing shit up. But now you can see, so, like, the desk, initially, when they start photographing the room, there's nothing on this desk except for that, like, dry shampoo bottle, and then they end up putting a bunch of stuff on it. This is where they take all of this stuff out of the drawer. This little booklet right here is what they take out that has the paychecks in it. And then this too, I was like, all right, Kaylee. All right. Look at you. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Look at that. What does that say? K Bush Kush. Chocolate marshmallow squares. All right, girl. Pesticide. And see the little leaf up there in the corner. K Bush Kush. What makes you happy? It says. So, good for her. Says how it says right over here, THC, however many milligrams. So Kaylee here had herself a few little edibles, marshmallow squares of the Kush variety. I like Kaylee. I like Kaylee a lot. She's the one who I feel most connected to. I don't know why that is, but when, out of every, not that, all of the victims are not important because they all are, but don't ask me why. She's the one that right off the rip, I just feel the most connected to and that I can like understand. Okay, so these are the clothes in her drawer. Not seeing anything too crazy. Let's zoom in on this. I don't think there's anything missing unless it was something here, right? That could have been missing. But this is just like a piece of clothing or something. But I hate this door. I hate it. I hate it so much. all black type jacket or something too up in this top drawer. I can't really tell what it is. It could be two black items next to each other and they just look like one full item. I'm not sure. Okay, let's keep going. In about 2 minutes, friends, I am so I can go check on my beef stew, okay? Hopefully everybody's fine with that. You're more than welcome to stay and chat amongst yourselves. Whoever was asking, a much clearer photo of the fork, very fork. Okay, very dirty fork there. But I will go check on my beef stew in about 1 minute, just so you know. Let's keep going. This is when we're going to start getting into little attic space photos here, going to the upstairs. See, one more leaf right there. So you've got one leaf in her room, one leaf on the third floor balcony on her deck, and then one leaf here. And it is going in like the downward. Notice the direction of that leaf as if it was going down. And the defense expert is saying that the attack occurred on the third floor. The attack started on the third floor. So that's interesting. Maybe they did get in through the deck. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me go check on my beef stew, and I will be right back, okay? Thanks, everybody, for being here. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a great snowed-in Sunday. Post-woke world, hello, queen. Good to see you, crazy Italian lady, making lentil soup and gnocchi. Hell yeah. Beef stroganoff, Amy Conway. All right. Yeah, share your yummy treats with each other in chat. I'll be back in 1 second. All right. I'm back. I'm back. Just had to go give it a stir and make sure it's, not burning. Thumper Rabbit Hole, hello. Welcome on in. Beautifully broken woman, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Run After Dark, hello. We're about to make chocolate chip cookies, Christina says. Christina, it's so funny you say that because after I end my live, that's exactly what I'm doing too. Making a batch of cookie dough so that after dinner we can have some freshly baked cookies. And we are going to watch Independence Day. We've been watching all of the Marvel, like Captain America, Civil War movies and stuff like that. I'm a huge fan of Tony Stark. He's my favorite. Miss Potts, obviously, Iron Man's wife, Durr. Ronnie, hello. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Exactly. Tar Rock, right? The house has almost zero hiding spots. Well, except for the attic and the little trap door in case. Bethany also has a little door like that in her room too, but you can't see the whole thing. You can only see a portion of it. It's in her little closet as well. Looks like it goes that utility room, the locked utility room. Hers isn't as big though. The one in Bethany's closet doesn't look as big as the one in Kaylee's. Hers looks more like it's for like duct work or something. But that's just my opinion. Stark is also snarky. Yes, this is why he's my favorite. I'm basically, female Tony Stark. Okay. So, let's get back into this. Well, my kid's never seen it, RJ Anderson. She hasn't seen it yet. She's a teenager. So I was said, well, let's watch it. She's never seen it. So I'm going to make her watch it with me. Okay. Let's, yeah, exactly, right? A trap door in a closet is even creepier. That's what I'm saying. Like, living dead girl. Trust me, I'm saying as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, I would have never slept in there. I would have had to literally like seal that shit up with concrete. There's no way. Yeah, that's right. Hit that thumbs up button, right? There's almost 400 of you here. Thumbs it up, thumbs it down, follow your heart, not your frown. Even if you don't like me, even if you don't like what I'm talking about, go ahead and thumbs that shit down, haters. Do whatever you want to do. Design Rhythm says, never seen Iron Man. Iron Man? Wow. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Robert Downey Jr. is hysterical as Iron Man. That's why he's my favorite. He's a snarky motherfucker, and I love it. Okay. All right, so let's get back into these photos. Soul Sisters forever. Hello. Hey, y'all. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Sarah D. Irish, so good to see you. Welcome on in. Thanks, honey. You hit that like. They had a long crawl space at the front of the house. Yeah. Isn't that what it looks like post woke? Agreed. Agreed, honey. Snark it up, James. That's right. Snark tank. Brooms up, bitches. Typically unique. Yeah, you made your daughter watch Pulp Fiction with you? Yeah, mine's not old enough for that. I can't let her watch that one yet. But that is an excellent movie. I think Brian's the wolf, right? I've said that before in other lives. I mean, unless Brian's the fucking wolf. Maybe Brian's the wolf, like the guy from Pulp Fiction. Who knows? Who knows? This is why we have the lack of footprints, boot prints, shoe prints. People, killers are moving from room to room, but there's no trace of them doing it. Okay. Okay. Sounds totally plausible. Bo Burrell, hello. Welcome on in. Okay. All right. So let's get back into this. Smiling Sleuth, hello. Amy Mama, hello. All right. I'm going to be in another window looking at photos, friends. Okay. So if you're in chat and you pop in and I don't see you, don't get offended. In another window. Start looking through some more of these photos here. There's a lot of them where it's really nothing. This is where they found some samples here, blood transfer, and to my recollection, I believe it remained unidentified. It's like O and N or something like that that they found here. And then here on the banister, this little railing thingy on the ledge, I believe that's only Maddie, and it's also transfer. So that's interesting. See what I mean? That leaf right there on the floor. There's one singular leaf on the floor, one singular leaf on the stairs. It's like and one singular leaf on the deck. It's like at least one of these perpetrators possibly came in through this slider. Maybe this was the entry point because the position of the leaves, like the direction of the leaves, are like they're coming in, not out. But that's just my opinion. And then now we're gonna get to the crazy shit. So trigger warning, friends. Let me stop that there for 1 second. We're gonna start getting into some of the really photos for Ethan and Xana's room. So trigger warning, trigger warning. Do not want to see absolute awful, gory disgustingness, then you should click out now. If you are someone who thinks that YouTube true crime people should not be talking about the crime scene photos or showing them, then you shouldn't be in a YouTube true crime chat and you shouldn't be following true crime channels. Just saying. Um, sorry. I purposely left this entire I purposely left their live tonight ad free. I did not monetize the live. I'm not going to go and turn on monetization until after the live is ended. That way you don't have to skip over any ads. We have no interruptions. Okay. So okay. Stephanie, hello. Welcome. James Moen, 80 more likes and he's giving, I mean, get on it. Get on it, guys. James Moen's just been making it rain everywhere he goes. Everywhere he goes, he just makes it rain. Okay. So yeah, hopefully, you know, following a true crime channel, you're prepared to look at crime scene photos. And if you're not, okay. I don't know why you're here, but okay. Because once we get into Ethan and Xana's room, it's diabolical. It is a diabolical scene in that room. So, okay. I've got about 30 more minutes here, friends, and then I'm shutting it down because we're doing dinner, okay? Just so you know. I still got to make my mashed potatoes and throw the carrots in the air fryer. So, we're only going to do about 30 more minutes, and then I'm out of here, and we'll pick back up next time wherever we leave off today, okay? Look at that, Amy Mama, 225 likes already. Word. Thank you, friends. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you all. Hope you know that. Even if you don't like me and you think I'm crazy, that's okay. You're still here. Exactly. Correct. So basically, be an adult, not a child. They show worse in health class and intermediate school. Exactly. I promise you, your kids have seen worse on the fucking internet. So don't come crying in my comments about, oh my God, you shouldn't be showing these. I can't believe you're showing these photos, blah, 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 blah. Your kids right now, as you're complaining in my fucking comment section, are probably watching way worse, just so we're clear. So maybe go the Karen brigade. Maybe what they need to do is monitor what their children are doing on the internet rather than what us adults are doing on the internet. The Karen brigade can go monitor their own children. I don't need anybody to monitor me. That's for sure. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on in, friends, to Xana's room. I've given you fair warning. You've had plenty of time to click yourself out. There will be no complaints. If you do come back and you're on replay crew and you try to comment with a complaint about showing these photos, I will promptly delete you and ban you. And I don't like to do that. So if I do have to delete you and ban you, it's because you're a dumbass who didn't heed my warning. Okay. Let's go. All right. So now we're going to get into Ethan and Xana's room. These are also out of order. Obviously, this is, you know, I wish they didn't do this out of order, but it's fine. This is after they've already moved him out. They've moved her out. They've moved stuff out from under the bed. They've taken pillows off the bed and thrown it over here in the corner. They've flipped up the rug. They've moved the suitcase. And they have been putting down the Amido black as well as putting up the tape measuring. So just keep that in mind. It's out of order. And this thing here is what, okay, so whatever they brought with them too, this is after they've already, you can see they've laid down tape, they've laid down Amido black. They brought Walmart bags into this scene. Anybody see that? because these Walmart bags in other photos are nowhere that I can see in this room, unless maybe they came from inside the closet or something. But these look like fresh ass Walmart bags that like they had to bring into the scene with them, meaning investigators. I'm not sure. But that's super interesting. Maybe it's just their food. I kept like their food in their closet or something. But I did not see these Walmart bags anywhere. And then I'm like, wait a minute, Walmart? Weren't they fucking following Koberger around at like Walmarts and Costco's and shit? Right? I don't know. I thought it was weird. Thought it was very weird. I don't know where these Walmart bags came from, but at some point they end up on this desk. Um, and I did not see them in the room in any of the other photos. And they do look like fresh ass Walmart bags, don't they? Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Meg P. Exactly. You get it. Silent G. What up, gangsta? Good to see you. So, Colleen, hello. So good to see you. You noticed it too. Yeah, I'm like, where the hell did these Walmart bags come from? Then I was thinking to myself, my God, did they bring these into the scene themselves? So, like, could they have picked up Koberger's DNA at the Walmart? I'm just saying, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. It's just questions, it's just brainworms. Jessie Lynn, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Is that when they bought the sheath? No. No. This is like they're doing all of this, I think, like on the 15th or something, if I remember correctly. What's good? Silent G. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird that there are these Walmart bags that came from nowhere. M. Kane Ultra, hello. So good to see you. I know you're not snowed in, but I am. Just thought, like, I'm being dead serious. If they had to get something from Walmart that they needed to bring with them into the scene, I mean, that seems dumb to do because then you could be transferring somebody's DNA from the Walmart into your scene. Just seems dumb to do. I don't need from the Walmart that they don't already have, but you can see there's one bag here, right? There's one bag here. It looks like there's two, and they look like literal, like, fresh bags from the Walmart. Where they came from, I literally have no idea, but there's a whole thing of their measuring tape just in the corner, balled up in the fucking corner over here. You've got the bloody stool has now been pushed over here. Things have been thrown on top of the bloody stool, including, like, the bottle of sanitizer from the desk. They pulled the suitcase that has blood spatter on it out from under the bed. The Coors Light box has been moved to under the desk. And then now we start getting into some of the kind of photos. This isn't a good picture, but we'll get into some of the other ones. This darker blood, this darker pooling here, that was on the bottom of the nightstand as well as on the floor over here. After some of the stuff we looked at yesterday from the state's expert and some of the visuals that she provided in her rebuttal disclosure, it looks like gastric blood. But what do I know? Then there's this random pen just right here on the edge of the bed. You see that? It's literally just like a random pen kind of teeter-tottering on the edge of the bed here. Not sure where that came from or why it's there. We do have what appears to be lots of smearing that the Amidos picked up. To me, some of these even look like drag marks or like hands dragging, like fingerprints or whatever. Let's keep going. So I know initially in some of the photos, everybody thought this like dark black spot was Xana, that's on the floor here. Oopsie. Yeah. And then so I know it's kind of hard to see, but it looks like right here, just barely, I think is her legs. And it looks like her legs are actually kind of like they're not straight out. It almost looks like they're bent at the knee. Or that could be shoulder or something. But to me, they look like legs right here that are folded up. Let's keep going. Kind of here. Maybe not, but to me, it just, I'm not trying to be gross or anything, but this is a crime channel and we're looking at crime scene photos. See what I mean? Looks like her legs. It's almost like she is on her back, but her legs have kind of like bent over towards the nightstand and like, like if you were to, I don't know how to describe it. To me, it looks like they're bent at the knee here and that these are her legs. Just my opinion. It could be a pillow or something. I have no idea, but I think it is her legs because now it out in the next photo. It gets redacted. We can this knife that's on the table here. We all know about the beer pong table. Here we can see the angle from the bathroom looking in her room. And what I thought was interesting is this bathroom door here. Look at this. Look at where it's supposed to lock and close. Looks like that shit is broken. It even cracked the wood here. There's no thing here for the door to be able to latch close. Do you see that? And, Dylan's talking about she thought she heard someone in the bathroom crying in here, right? They thought they heard a bang. They thought they heard somebody crying in the bathroom. And if you look here, you can see it's definitely not, I don't know what this piece would be called here, but it's missing. And it looks like it's actually broken and busted right out. I don't know if it's always been like that, but I mean, did they kick it in? The door didn't look damaged. So, I mean, I don't know. For all we know, it was always like this and you couldn't close it and lock it. I don't know, but very, very interesting. There's no damage on the doors. If the door was kicked into the bathroom, there's no damage on it. So that's the only thing that is, that's why I don't want to jump in and say like, oh yeah, somebody definitely kicked the door in. I have no idea. I just know that this piece is entirely missing. So there would be no way to close this door and lock it with this piece missing. And it looks like the wood here is actually cracked and damaged. Same with right here. Looks like it's damaged. But I don't know how long it's been like that either. So I don't want to assume. Okay. As we can see, so one thing I did notice, like right off the rip, is some all black clothes over here, more all black clothes right here. And then we have a lot of these drips here. To me, I don't know. I don't remember from the reports what all of these drips were, when they were tested, who they belonged to. But to me, this is almost like injured perp walking around the room, or it's dripping off of the knife as this person's moving. But what's interesting is there are no prints. And if you just stepped in all of this blood back here, and there's all of this blood all over the place over here, and there's all these slippery what looks like you're either sliding around in the blood or whatever the case may be, all of these drips here, you would expect to see prints, footprints, boot prints, shoe prints, whatever, and there are none. Ethan and Xana. Xana's got over 70. Ethan's got like another 20 something. So between these two people in this room, you've inflicted over 100 stab wounds, and you didn't leave one single footprint, shoe print, boot print coming out of the room into the hallway towards whatever exit you left from. Pretty interesting. Can see even back here, like more all black clothes, something sticking out of that there, but there's a drawer missing here in the middle. Zoom in a little bit. See what I mean? So there's like some clothes here. You've got this all black pillow here. There's a brush over here on the ground. You got some more black clothes over here. She's got a pair of Converse here under the desk. You can definitely see blood all over this Taco Bell bag and the side of this Coors Light thing. There's also blood on top of the furry stool, and then there's a laptop on top of there as well. Got a bunch of black clothes on the desk here too. See what I mean? It's like another pile of black clothes up here. There's a Coors Light can here, which is interesting. You got the Coors Light case here. Somebody, this could have been from the day before, it could have been from the night before, but it looks like there's a fresh can of Coors Light right there. There was something over here that they were photographing too. Oh yeah, that was the other thing, right? So there's this other black hooded jacket here on the ground, which I thought was interesting. It's like some kind of black hooded jacket there. Let's keep going. Got about 10 more minutes, friends, and then I'm going to shut it down and we'll pick back up tomorrow. It's a Sunday. It's snowing like in most of the country, or you're iced in or snowed in. So I'm sure plenty of other people are going to be live. Let's go this way. Yeah, see these black clothes here. It looks like there's more black clothes over here, some kind of pants or jacket or something. There's just lots of black clothes all over the floor in here, all over the desk, in the closet, like on the floor and stuff, which is interesting. You got all these drips and like the void for the drips too. Like that's what I was kind of looking at. So like it's got this arc shape to it here. Then there's this void. Then you've got a drip, then another void. Then you've got more of this arc shape, and it's almost like circular. Like the person came this way. As stuff is dripping, they're coming this way and then like turned around, whatever object has drips coming off of it. It's like if they turned around and then went back this way. I don't know. It's just very interesting. You can see these fries over here on the floor. Okay, we're going to keep going past that one. I know plenty of other people have already showed that one. I'm not going to do it. It's fine. You know where it is. If you want to see it, you all know where it is. I'm not showing it. People can say whatever they want about me. I'm this and I'm that. But the fact of the matter is, I knew the photo was there and I'm not going to show it. And I'm not going to zoom in on it. I'm not going to do it. Other people have. You can go watch their lives where they zoom in and they show you. I know I told you guys I was going to show everything the way that it was released. The one thing I'm not going to do, though, because it is what it is. I have a kid this age, and I wouldn't want someone showing her body, even if the police accidentally released photos of her body. So I'm not going to do that. We'll skip that photo. and we'll continue at 9:54. Hopefully everybody's fine with that. Y'all can go find the photo if you want and go look at it yourselves. I'm not doing it. Other people have already covered it. So exactly. I'm sure everybody has already seen it plenty enough. I'm sure you've seen other creators cover it. I'm sure that you've already looked at it yourself. Um, so, it's fine. I'm not showing that photo. I have a older kid that's that age, and I wouldn't want people showing photos of her body, you know. So that's just a personal choice for me. Boricua, hello. Can you guys hear me? Am I still here? For the love of Pete Santilli, can you hear me? Or did I lose a connection? It's the snow's coming down bad, friends. Bad, bad. The snow is coming down. So if weather starts messing with me here, so sorry. We're almost done anyway. But can you hear me? Or am I not working? It looks like I'm frozen, but I'm not sure, for the love of Pete. Exactly, Jessie Lynn, right? Everybody's already seen it. We don't need to see it here. What do I think the trap door is for? I have no idea, Bo. Couldn't tell you. No idea. You can hear me? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, you didn't lose me. Awesome. Perfect. Perfect. Thanks, friends. Thanks. Okay, cool. Mittens for kittens. There you are. Hello. Good to see you. Bubbly Waters. Hello. Welcome on in. Bye, Polish Mama. Hello. Good to see you. We're almost done, friends. We're almost done. Just a few more minutes, and then I'm going to finish my beef stew and make mashed potatoes and roasted carrots. So there's just a couple of other things I wanted to look at, though, first, and then we're done. So as you can see over here, this one, I think I can zoom in on here. It's fine because you can't really see anything anyway. They were nice enough to blur this one out. The only thing you can really see is like her hair back here. But what's interesting to me is this spatter along the wall here. That's what's interesting to me. And the way that the stain is on the stool. Looks like it to me, it looks like it would have been like her handprint or trying to grab on, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this one doesn't really, can't see anything in it. So this is what I was talking about. When I was talking about, like, to me, it looks like gastric blood. There is some blood that's back here and on this nightstand that is like black. It's like almost black. And if you go look up some images of gastric blood and gastric blood pooling, it looks much different than the other blood in the room. The other blood in the room is like red, like blood red. And then some of these are not. Some of these are like black, which is indicative of gastric blood. And the state's expert even provides an image for that as well to show you the different types of blood you may find at a scene during a stabbing. We can see there's a lot of blood on this pillow, even though she's over here. So, that's interesting. See what I mean, though, about this print? To me, it almost looks like a hand grabbing on. But that's a lot of blood on that pillow. You've got a lot of blood on this Taco Bell bag, lots and lots, which is interesting. And then you get these, not only this transfer here, but these couple of drops like on the top of the box here as well. I'm wicked surprised they didn't swab this where you'd grab on to the 30 rack. I'm surprised they didn't swab this to see who's a contributor here. Ethan, Xana, is there somebody else's DNA mixed in, right? I mean, whatever, they bought it from the store, so it just could be, but I meant like mixed in with the blood, I would expect that you would have swabbed this to figure out maybe how many people touched this thing or were grabbing onto it or whatever, since it's such in close proximity to this Taco Bell bag. Like, did they take this Taco Bell bag and test it to see whose blood is on it. Is it only one person's blood in this bag? Is it more than one? I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. This is the blanket that was found on Ethan, this blue blanket and the pink one. If I remember correctly in their description, he was covered by both. And as you can see, the rug is kind of moved. We got some more black clothes here. That's what I was talking about. So like this closet looks like it was ransacked, in my opinion. But we have this black like hooded jacket here on the floor. The black pants are on the floor. This closet to me looks like it's been ransacked. Like, do you just throw your dirty clothes on the floor? I feel like no. I feel like they would put it in a laundry basket. She's got a laundry basket right up on her desk. And everything else in this closet is folded perfectly and neatly in piles in the closet. But this shit looks like it was all pulled out, like somebody was digging around looking for something. Look, you've got this box here for a humidifier thingy. It's just an empty box for a humidifier on the ground. I mean, to me, it looks like somebody ransacked the closet. All this stuff up here. See how it's all like squished in, and it looks like somebody was going through stuff in here. All of this stuff is folded nice and neatly. Everything else is hung up nice and neatly. There's a laundry basket here. These clothes here, too, the other thing that I was looking at, like these clothes on the desk to me look like they have staining on them, but I can't tell if maybe it's just from the way they photographed it. But do you guys see that? Doesn't it look like there's like darker staining, I guess you could say, on this? And it looks like it's a sports bra and a sweater. It's like a black type sweater, but to me, it looks like it's got blood all over it. Or it could be bleach stains, but I mean, it's on both, so I'm not sure. That kind of stuck out to me. To me, it looks like these black clothes that are on the desk have some kind of like reddish staining on them. But I don't know. And then also what's interesting too is on the desk here, look. So everybody was talking about the eyelashes, right? The eyelashes. There's a thing right here with Xana's little eyelash extensions. And she didn't use the whole like full eyelash. She used the little individual ones. It looks like, because remember there was like that party or whatever they went to the night before or whatever, right? So I know a lot of people were saying like Xana didn't wear fake eyelashes. Well, sometimes she did, especially when they were doing like sorority events or going to, you know, big parties and stuff like that. There's a video of Ethan, I think it's from that night, or she's in a really pretty red dress done. And I think it's from the night before this crime, if I remember correctly. Or like the, you know, was on Saturday or something, or on Friday night into Saturday. But these are her little fake eyelashes there. Let's see these clothes. Zoom in a little bit more on this sports bra. See what I'm saying? Does anybody else see like these little red stains here on the sports bra? And like right over here. So I'm not sure. Sports bra and some of the staining right here. They're taking photo much better in this one. You guys see that? See that like red on this sports bra here? And it's a size small, so I'm assuming it's Xana's. Oh no. I'm just saying. To me it looks like this is like clothes. But I don't think they ever took the clothes in. It's two pieces of clothing here. One is a sweater and one is a little sports bra. Like a stretchy little sports bra. what's on the pic they don't wanna show, it's taking a picture of, or it's the drugs they found, I forget which. Could be the Adderall, it could be all rolled up next to the Adderall, I forget. But isn't it interesting? To me, I don't know. To me, this looks like bloody black clothes. I'm just saying. The bra actually says jeans. Where? Let me go back. The bra says jeans? I don't think so. Doesn't say jeans. It says size small right here. And then the rest of it's all in like Chinese. And it says 90% nylon, 10% polyester. And then the rest of that is in Chinese. So where do you think it says jeans? I don't see anything there that says jeans. But I do think it's interesting. Like I said, I don't know. Yeah, my scream name. Welcome on in. It doesn't say jeans, but uh, I don't know. And so let me know what you think if you catch this on the replay. To me, this looks like a bloody sports bra. Looks like black clothes. Yes, James Moen. James Moen is hyping everybody up to hit that thumbs up. We're going to be ending it soon, okay? I thought the Chinese said it. Maybe it did. Maybe it does say jeans in Chinese. I don't know. I'm not Chinese. But to me, it looks like a black stretchy bra. Jeans aren't black and stretchy, usually. Jeans are jeans. They're not usually black, stretchy material that's made of nylon and polyester. Last I checked, but what do I know? So, I don't know. To me, this looks like dried blood on these clothes here, in my opinion. Which would be interesting that, you know, there shouldn't be another set of bloody clothes, right, in the room, unless someone changed out of them and left them in the room. I don't even items were collected or tested. Couldn't tell you. But I believe on the desk, this is where they found like the rolled up, dollar bill or whatever. Yeah, see, so like this one here, this is what I mean when I said to me, it looks like somebody, these almost look like handprints being dragged, like getting dragged by your feet or something, and you're on your stomach, like grabbing at the floor, trying to get away or whatever. That's kind of what it looks like to me, but I'm not sure. It even looks like, I don't think they ever pulled any of her fingerprint. Um, yeah, there's something here. I forget what it is. I think it's one of the napkins or something. It could be her hand. I forget what it is. There was something here that they were doing. They were photographing. Then we have Ethan's phone here, which was super interesting when I looked at this one, just because so not only the drip, but some of the staining for the blood that's on the phone here, and then this little crack in the phone. Now, I don't know if the phone was always like this, if the phone was always broken like this, but it almost looks like somebody was trying to like crack into his phone, retrieve out the little SD, I don't know, SD card or whatever. I don't own Apple products, so I don't know if that's where your SD card would be stored in the phone. But do you guys see that? Looks like a crack right here in the phone. Can you guys see that? Anybody who owns an iPhone, I don't use Apple products, but can you see that? Is that where like your SD card would be inside the phone? Anyone? To me, that's what it looks like. It almost looks, for all we know, the phone was broken like this all the time, or I'm not sure. So Apple doesn't have an SD. Oh, okay. Thanks, Twiz. Good to know. Well, then I don't know. Maybe it was always cracked like this, but it looks like there's something sticking out of the back there. Either way, blood on the phone is pretty interesting. Got this one like drop, and then this looks more like transfer. In the way that the phone is, so it's like underneath that black piece of clothing there. Okay. Can't really see anything anyway in these photos, which is good. Just making sure. Okay. And then, so as we know, Ethan technically, like we can see a lot of where his blood would have been, like on this pillow here. See it all in here. Technically, his head was between the wall and the bed frame. So it's almost like he was like hanging off, kind of, I guess you could say. But he's covered by both of these blankets, and that's a lot of blood back there, which is crazy. And then that's Xana's phone in the bed with him. And make sure to photograph it. Okay. So where are we at? 984. You can see a lot of the spatter too on this blanket, this pink blanket. There's a ton of blood all over this pink blanket, spatter, big pools of it, you name it, it's everywhere. In this photo, they've moved the blanket back so that he can be photographed. There, they've already taken Xana out. And I have to zoom in on this photo. Unfortunately, it's nothing too crazy, but obviously this is the body bag over here. She's been taken out of the spot. She's been placed in the body bag here. You can see her little bit of hair sticking out. And you can see that the drag marks here, I believe, are from when they had to roll her and move her to get her in the bag. And then they slid the bag over on top of the rug to get her, unfortunately, to move her out of the way to be able to photograph all of this. So I think a lot of this smearing right here is actually from the placement of the body bag and then sliding it this way. I could be wrong. I think a lot of this smearing is actually from the fight, from the altercation. But I don't know why. Something just tells me that this is because the directionality of it is in the same direction as the body bag. But in this photo, this is what I was talking about when I said to me it looks more like gastric because of how dark this is over here. And we know based on some of the autopsy findings that the state's expert is referencing in this rebuttal report that we just read. One of the examples that she shows for different kind of blood is gastric blood is like almost black looking. And that to me is what this looks like here. This. And we know Xana was stabbed in her abdomen. I think it said 7 times. She had 7 stabs to the abdomen, if I remember correctly. So you see the difference in color, like bright red this is over here. It could just be like drying, it coagulated or something, but to me, it seems more like it might be gastric because of the difference in color. So I don't know. Just wanted to point that out. And then what I also found super interesting here is, so let's look at it in full first. Right here is where she was found, in this area here. So you have a void, right? You've obviously got this like kind of void here. She was technically head over here. Okay. This is the middle drawer that's missing from that thing. Head's over here. To me, it's looked like her knees were bent backwards this way. So like she's over here, head is here, shoulder was coming down here. And then legs to me look like they were bent backwards, but almost like folded up under her, you know? Like if you were to fall down and your legs just kind of buckle underneath you. But this is what was super interesting to me because they photograph it a bunch of times. I don't know if it's transfer. I don't know if it's a bloody footprint. I don't know what it is, but they photograph it many, many times. And there's a French fry right in the middle of it, right? And then we have these drips here that look like at some point they were wiped or something came over them that moved them, but it still left the ring on the floor from where it dried. So the middle portion of these blood drops were wet when they were wiped or whatever, but it left the ring because the outer ring always dries first. But like even here, I know this is going to sound so gross and like weird, but like these imprints right here. Look at this. I don't know what that is, but something was here to cause this pattern. And it's like, there's like 3, not even circles. It's like a square circle. I don't know. Some of the other photos, we can see it better. It's a weird little imprint. See what I mean though about like, yeah, to me that looks way darker, way darker. See how black it is compared to over here? Like even over here, you have these ones drying, but like these are like black. These drips. And then they did have to bag her foot, if I remember correctly. They were bagging her hand. Forget which one. Like, yes, there are people in this photo because they're standing over. You can see he's bagging. There's something bagged here. He is bent down, I believe, is her in the body bag. And this is the last one we're going to do so I can show you what I'm talking about with this weird little imprint that's in the floor. Okay, so about the chain, I don't know what it is, but 1, 2, partial here. These looking things, and then they like transfer smear or whatever. Could be from when forensics was doing stuff. I don't know. But do you guys see that squares are? Whatever that little square pattern is. I don't know what this pattern is. Hopefully, you guys can see what I'm talking about. These like squarish looking patterns side by side on the floor. I don't know what that is. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, kneeling and then fell like into the fetal position. Right. That's what I thought too, JP. It looked to me like butt cheeks too, but I'm not sure because there's 3 side by side. Yeah. Trust me, Colleen, I thought the same thing when I first saw it, you guys. I thought butt prints too. But the way that her body was angled here, it wouldn't have been her butt, I don't think. And there's technically 3. You get 2 that are full on. You can see like the full shape. And this one's more like a partial. Sorry, I'm pointing at the wrong thing. So this one's more like a partial. And then these are like 2 full. And this to me looks like a footprint, a bloody footprint. And if it is a bloody footprint and she's over here, then that would mean this person, whoever it is, that bloody footprint is almost like standing over her. Right? I don't know. It looks like they would have had to have been standing over her. But if her foot was injured, and that's why they bagged her foot, for all we know, this could be an impression from her injured foot. Do you get what I'm saying? If they had to bag her foot because her foot was injured, I don't know. I don't know. It's very interesting. But what we're going to do is we're going to end 80. I'm going to stop sharing. gonna go finish cooking my beef stew and my mashed potatoes and all of that. Also gonna get my roasted carrots ready. I just wanna say thank you so much to everybody for hanging out with me. There's almost 500 of you here today, and I hope every single one of you gonna stay warm, stay safe, snuggle up with the pets, do whatever you gotta do. Let's give some shout outs over here. James Moen, as always, big shout out to you, sir, for taking care of me and being so kind and being so fucking amazing. Sleuther75 became a member. Welcome on in, Sleuther7. Leslie and Billy, look at that. Membership milestone. Member for 2 months. Leslie and Billy, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. And then everyone gifted twice tonight. So Doc Terry gifted two 10 memberships both times. So if you were lucky enough to get a membership tonight, 20 of you, okay, there's 20 of you that got to become members, and it was Doc Terry who did that. So please make sure you say thank you to Doc Terry. And Doc Terry, thank you so much. Every single one of you joined, you became a member. You're amazing. If you sent a little something to the Cash App, thank you so much. These Nespresso pods are not cheap, and neither is Starbucks. So thank you to everybody who contributes. I truly appreciate you. And yeah, 20 of you got to become members. So please make sure that you say thank you, okay? If you got to become a member tonight. Thank you so much, Doc Terry. You really are amazing, and I truly appreciate you. I hope you know that. Aussie, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed my brainworms. You know, I'm happy. What do we got here? Stephanie, $2.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Anytime, crime and chaos. Stay safe, Miss Colleen. Same to you. The roads are a disaster in New Hampshire. You're right, honey. I'm not going anywhere for the next like 2 days. I prepped and made sure that we're just snowed in and it's fine. I don't have to go anywhere for the next couple days. I can't anyway, even if I wanted to. I tech until next week, like later on in the week. So it's fine. It's fine. All right. Meg, Lucy, darling, mods, members, subscribers, love you all so much. Have a great night. Take care. Stay safe. Catch up to probably pick this back up again at some point tomorrow, and we'll continue to look through these photos. Take care, everyone. Bye.